Hi there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's video I want to talk to you a little bit about this. The Jim Dunlop Jazz 3 XL Plectrum, and what makes it so good, why it's been so popular, and more importantly, is it still the king? Because I had used this Plectrum almost exclusively for 10 years of playing the guitar, and I got to a point that I was a bit like, what else is out there? So I started down the rabbit hole of looking into other plectrums, of which there are millions and millions and millions, and I kind of haven't settled on one yet. One that I think is perfect. What I have done though is I've played so many of them that I've been reviewing them and seeing what all the differences are, and I want to share my findings with you guys because I think this is a massively overlooked part of your gear, your rig so to speak. Everyone's always talking about pedals, amps, plugins, software, what kind of strings you use, what kind of guitar you're playing, all that sort of thing, but nobody's really talking about these as far as I can see. And actually this is the cheapest, easiest part of your rig that you can change, and it's so important because obviously it's where you're contacting your strings, where you're getting your resonation from. And whether you're an alternate picker, an economy picker, sweep picker, hybrid picker, unless you play fingerstyle really, you're using one of these. So they're super important. So what makes the Jazz 3 such a good plectrum? Well, first thing, the shape. The fact that it's got a pointy tip makes it very articulate. Now, I don't actually use a standard Jazz 3. I would use a Jazz 3 XL because I like a bigger plectrum. But yeah, so that's the first thing, is the articulate tip. That's what a lot of players like about that as a plectrum. The nylon material gives you quite a clicky sort of tone, which is favoured by a lot of players. Also, the way that, you know, like on the construction of it, the way that they've got the Jim Dunlop written into it, the Jazz 3 sign and all the rest of it, like the raised parts are on it, and make it kind of grippy. So it feels good in your hand. It's got a nice articulate tip. It's got good tone, and it's readily available. You can go to any guitar store in the world, or you can just jump on any online shop that you go to for buying your guitar gear stuff. And these are usually in stock. They're easy to get hold of. Also, if you happen to be at a gig or at your music college or wherever it is that you play the guitar, if you say to most people, oh, you got a Jazz 3, somebody's probably got one. So if you are into like, if the kind of pick that you play is really important to you, then these are a good way to go. Most people that get into using these are kind of on their way into technical playing. So although they're called a jazz pick, they're favoured by rock, metal, fusion, country players, session players, anyone who plays technical, precise guitar. Now the thing is, with having used these for years, as I say, I got to a point where I was just like, well, what else is out there? I want to try something new. Now, the things that I liked about this, of course, were that precise tip. It's a stiff plectrum, although I think these are something like 1.14 mil thick or something. These, the red XL ones, they're not bendy. You know, like a flexible plectrum is quite hard to play fast, technical, intricate passages with or whatever. So I wanted to find a plectrum that had those kind of qualities. It had a sharp tip and was fairly stiff. It also had to be grippy, and also for me, I like the size. The size of a plectrum is really important. A lot of the stuff that you see out there about small picks is that small plectrums are really good for intricate and articulate playing. because you can be really precise with a small plectrum. That's the thought process behind that. For me, actually, I like to have something a bit more to hold on to. When I started to play with the original Jazz 3, the smaller one, I found that there was too much of my fingers rubbing on the strings. I was just too close to the strings. I didn't like the feel of it. I liked to kind of get a little bit further away from the strings if I could, or feel that there was more of this to grab onto. So yeah, that's the thickness, the size and shape, the material, and its availability. Price was another thing. You know, you can buy loads of these for not a lot of money. Some plectrums you could spend quite a lot of money on them, and you know you not be very happy with them. You don't want to do that because obviously you need your pick to be there when you're ready to go. Another thing, you know, durability. You don't want your picks to wear out super fast, and you know the Jazz 3 is pretty good at that. So basically there's a number of things that make this almost the go-to plectrum for technical guitarists. But like I say, who wants to just play one thing for the rest of their life? You want to chop and change. Changing your plectrum is something which is easy to do. So is this still the king? Don't know. But in the coming videos, like this series, we're going to start finding loads of other plectrums that may take its crown. So stay tuned, watch a few more of these, and see if there's some plectrums that you want to try from the things that I'm going to be reviewing. Go to the link in the description for a really detailed overview of this pick, and what it is exactly that I really like about this, and what so many technical guitarists like about this. But also go to that link to get a really detailed list of all the other kind of picks that I'm going to be trying out to see if they're any better than this one. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel so that you get a notification the next time that I'm reviewing a new pick or any other piece of gear, and I'll see you in the next video.